Guys, today we're looking at GPT 5.6. Apparently, we don't have one model, we have three. I'm going to stop the video, give you my opinion, and I want your opinion in the chat too. Guys, we are pushing for 500 subscribers. So if you enjoy the live, subscribe, enjoy the journey. Let's go.
6 update changes everything. OpenAI just quietly changed how you should use AI. And most people didn't even notice. There's three now, not one. Pick the wrong one and you waste time and tokens. Pick the right one and
Three models already. I was just getting comfortable with one. Okay, so choosing the wrong model actually costs you time and money. That's important.
everything gets faster. Let me show you which is which. Hey, I'm Ava, and I'm all about helping you actually learn and use AI tools in your real work, not just watch from the sidelines. OpenAI just
I like that. Let's see what these models can actually do in real world.
dropped GPT 5.6, and it's a real jump forward. Everything I show you today, I'm running GPT 5.6 inside my own Agent OS, my agent
Three models for three different jobs. That already makes more sense.
operating system. By the end of this, you'll know which of the three new models to reach for, when to use each one, and the one setup slip up that makes people burn way more
And watching tokens means wasting money. So I definitely want to understand this.
tokens than they should. Let's dive in. So, GPT 5.6 isn't just one model, it's a family of three called Sol, Terra, and Luna. Picture the sun, the earth, and the moon.
So Terra and Luna sounds more like a sped mission than ChatGPT.
Luna is the little fast, cheap one. Terra is your balanced everyday pick. And Sol is the big powerhouse, the flagship made for the toughest jobs. Same generation, three sizes, and you pick the one that fits the task.
Luna cheap, Terra balanced, so powerful. Okay, that is easy to remember.
Instead of one model doing everything, you match the model to the job. Now, let me show you what Sol can really do because this part got fun. I pushed
This is smart. Don't use a Ferrari when you only need a bicycle.
it hard on my own testing bench inside my Agent OS and built out a stack of projects, and the results
Now we're talking. Show me what the expensive one can actually do.
came out clean. I had it build a full game and it played nice and smooth. Not clunky, not broken, just easy to use. I tried an open world style game, a Doom style one, even a little
Wait, multiple games and must work on the first try.
racer, and most of them just worked on the first try. I also had it build a landing page and a clean analytics dashboard, each from one single prompt, and they looked
One prompt for a landing page and dashboard. Imagine how much work that could save.
really sharp. None of that cheap AI look you see everywhere. What stood out was how little I had to fix. Usually, with a big build, you're patching broken buttons and messy layouts for
That is the part I care about. How much do I need to fix afterwards?
ages. Here, most of it ran clean on the first go. It's not flawless, and I'll be straight about the rough spots later. But for a first pass, it was strong. One test
Not perfect, good. Finally, somebody admits AI still make mistakes.
genuinely surprised me. I handed Sewell a single prompt and asked for a full animated piece, and it pulled together this smooth animation from scratch with a little progress bar
One prompt created the whole animation. Okay, that is impressive.
running along the bottom and everything moving just right. I didn't touch a thing. Now, let me be straight because getting this right matters to me. This isn't a
Important distinction. This isn't generating a video. It is actually reading the code.
separate video generator like the tools that spin clips out of one sentence. Soul is building that animation in code and then it plays back for
And honestly, building it in code might be even more useful.
for you. So it's less type a line, get a movie, and more describe what you want, and it builds the moving thing. Still really impressive.
Describe what you want and AI will think about where this goes in 5 years.
And it shows how far these builds have come. When one prompt hands you a working result, that saves you a ton of back and forth. It's not just answering questions anymore, it's building finished things.
Exactly, AI isn't just answering question anymore, it's building things.
Okay, quick pause because so many of you keep asking me the same thing. You want to know how I run all of this without it turning into a mess of tabs and logins. The
And here comes the productivity problem. 20 AI tools, 20 tabs, 20 data sheets.
answer is my Agent OS, where I plug GPT 5.6 in and run it right alongside my other models, all in one spot. If you want my exact setup, it's all inside the AI Profit boardroom.
Okay, little advertisement break. I respect the host.
You get the full Agent OS zip file ready to install, plus a complete third roadmap that walks you through the whole setup step by step. We run coaching calls every single week
Um, 30-day roadmap and coaching. Okay, she's definitely selling this hard.
where you can bring your own setup and ask me questions live. And there are walkthroughs for routing these models the right way. Everything I'm showing you today, the
All right, advertisement over. Give me the number.
routing, the workspace, the memory system, it's all in there for you inside the AI Profit boardroom. All right, the specs. So you know what you're working with. All three share the
1 million token of contest. That is enormous.
same huge memory. They each hold around 1 million tokens of context, which is enormous. So you can feed them
Basically, you can give this thing a mountain of information.
a massive amount and they'll hold on to it. They can each write out up to 128,000 tokens in one go. And their knowledge runs right up to February 20.
And February 2026 knowledge that is much fresher.
26. So they're nice and current. On what it costs to run, Sol is the priciest. Terra sits in the middle, and Luna is the cheapest
Here is what I want to know. How cheap is Luna compared with Sol?
by a mile. You can use them inside Chat GPT, inside Codex, or through the API. And here's what I love.
ChatGPT codes and API so developers get plenty of options.
Inside my Agent OS, I can route to free models too, so I'm not paying extra just to test ideas. Now benchmarks, but with a reality check because I don't want you just trusting a chart.
Now benchmark, this is where everybody start fighting in the comments.
On the coding benchmark, Sol grabs the top spot. It scores an 80 on the coding agent index, just above Fable 5. That's real. And it's
80 of the coding index. Okay, so came to 5.
impressive for OpenAI. But here's the honest flip side. On the broad intelligence index, Fable 5 is still ahead of Sol by about a point. So Sol doesn't win everything. There are
And there is doesn't with everything that is actually important.
even a few coding tests where Claude's models are clearly still out front. No single model rules everything right now. That's exactly why I test things myself
Exactly, there is no kind of AI yet.
instead of just trusting the leaderboard. Here's something handy I found giving all three the same job. I asked each one to build the same 3D space game.
Same game, same prompt, tree model. This is the comparison I wanna.
One shot, no help. Sol took the longest, about 6 minutes. Luna wrapped up in roughly a minute and a half. Terra landed in between. Sol wrote way more code and chewed through
6 minutes versus 90 seconds. That is massive difference.
a lot more tokens to get there, while Luna was the lightest and quickest by far. And all three
But so also use more tokens better can become expensive very quickly.
ran without a single error. So Sol gives you the richest result, but it costs more time and more tokens. That gap is the whole reason routing matters.
All their work without errors. Honestly, that is probably the most impressive part.
matters. I tested all three on landing pages too. I built the AI Profit Boardroom landing page with Sol, and it had the nicest look and the
So wins quality, but now let's see is worth paying more.
cleanest feel, exactly the kind of page that helps the right people find their way into the AI Profit Boardroom. Then I ran Terra and Luna on the same brief, and here's the
And there is the cheap models aren't that far behind.
surprise, the cheaper ones did a really solid job as well. On two of my three tests, they came out close to Sol. Not identical, but close enough that
This might be the biggest lesson in the whole video.
for a lot of everyday work, you don't need the big pricey model at all. So here's how I think about using these three.
You don't need the strongest AI for everything.
The old way was one big model for everything, and your token use shoots up fast, not because the work is hard, but just because you're using
Using Solve for everything task will basically be burning money.
the biggest model for all of it. The smarter way is to switch. For high volume, simple stuff, I read for Luna.
Luna for simple work, Terra for everyday work, easy.
For normal day-to-day work, I use Terra. And for the hard 20%, the big builds, the tricky coding, the long-running jobs,
And so only when things get difficult, I actually like this strategy.
that's when I bring in Sol. That way, I keep my token use down and still get top results where it counts. And this is where my agent OS really shines. Instead of going back and forth in a chat window,
This is basically engineering logic. Use the right tool for the right job.
I jump straight into Codex inside my setup and let GPT 5.6 build. Everything saves into my workspace, so I can
One workspace for everything will finally made this easier.
hop between every project in one place, and it's all wired into my memory system so nothing slips away. I use this exact flow to plan and build
Now this interesting me using AI to build an entire content workflow.
a whole content series for the AI Profit Boardroom, feeding it the questions AI Profit Boardroom members keep asking me, and letting it draft the scripts and the
Scripts and hook automatically. YouTubers are going to abuse this.
hooks in one run. Sol is also built for long jobs, so I can hand it a big task and let it keep going until it's done. Now the head-to-head.
Okay, Soul versus Fable 5.
How does Sol stack up against Fable 5? I lined them up on the same builds, and on most of them, they were really close. On an arcade game, Fable 5 felt a
Closer souls are actually good news. Competition makes these models better.
touch smoother, but only just. On 1-3D test, Sol clearly won. It looked great and moved well, while Fable 5 was tougher to steer.
One wins here, the other wins there. That is exactly why brand's loyalty makes no sense with AI.
So it's not a blowout either way, they trade wins. If I could only keep one mod forever, I'd still lean toward Fable 5 for all-round work. But
Interesting, she will still choose Fable overall, but Soul for coding is extremely close.
Sol is right there now, and for coding especially, it's genuinely strong. So what did you pick up today? There are three models now, not one. Luna for volume, Terra
So remember this Luna Terra Soul.
for the everyday, and Sol for the hard 20%. The specs are strong, that big context window
Sheets, balance, powerful. That is basically the entire video in 3 words.
and the fresh knowledge cutoff. Benchmarks don't tell the whole story, so test things yourself. And the habit that matters most, stop throwing your biggest
And stop throwing the biggest models at every problem. That is actually good advice.
model at everything and route your work to the right size instead. Do that and you'll get better results while using way fewer tokens. If you want the full process,
Okay, we're entering advertisement territory again.
SOPs, and 100 plus AI use cases like this one, join the AI Success Lab. Links in the comments and description. You'll get all the video notes from there, plus access to our
75,000 members. That is serious community.
community of 75,000 members who are crushing it with AI. And if you're about to try GPT 5.6 yourself, here's my honest tip.
This is part is agree with having powerful AI is easy. Building a good workflow is harder.
Models are the easy part. The hard part is running them together without wasting time or tokens, and that's where most people get stuck.
And that is probably where business will make money connecting all these models together.
Inside the AI Profit Boardroom, I hand you my full Agent OS as a zip file you can install right away, plus a 30-day roadmap
Another sales pitch, but the routing idea itself is interesting.
that gets you routing Sol, Terra, and Luna the smart way from day one. You get weekly coaching calls to sort out your own setup live.
The real question is, could we build something similar ourselves without paying for it?
Plus, the walkthroughs, the prompts, and the model routing playbooks built around exactly this. So if you want to skip the trial and error and run this the way I do,
And that is my biggest takeaway. Don't use the smartest AI, use the right AI. Okay, so guys, that is actually more interesting than I expected. My biggest takeaway is simple. Luna for cheap and simple tasks, Terra for everyday work, and, and Sol when you need maximum power. Now, tell me in the chat which one will you use, and if you enjoy the live, subscribe. We are doing this again with the next video story. Goodbye.